All right, guys, I really wanted to touch kind of on the leaping lemur situation. At first, I was kind of, holding off from like, I'm new in this space, and everything like that. Like, I used to watch the leaping lemur, obviously I watch Antimatter Morty, Chilla, Bloodspeth, like all of them. I watched them and, I just decided, hey, if I'm watching them anyway, why not come over here, watch, and maybe watch with the people and enjoy. So, for me, I just felt like I was kind of a baby in this space, so I didn't really want to say anything. But really, the last leaping lemur video had me a little concerned, and I was just like, I feel like, I'm saying it's no hate, nothing like that. But, I feel like there's a lot of different things that, we should take a look at here. So I'm just putting myself into the mix and just, giving my opinion, and everything like that. But let's go ahead and start, and then kind of you guys will see what I'm talking about.
It's over. I really honestly don't know what I'm going to do at this point. A lot of things have been happening lately, and I asked you guys to keep my family out of it, keep my loved ones, the people that I hold near and dear out of this, but it's just continued to get worse and worse. It went from people mailing things to my house, people throwing bricks through my window.
And this is something I always say and advocate for. Anytime, obviously we cover a lot of lolcows, stuff like that. But I say never go out to people's family, because a lot of times people's family had nothing to do with it, everything like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame somebody's family a lot of times for what they do. Now, there are certain circumstances where the family members enable them, but you know what I'm saying? In general, it's best to just go for the direct source that you have a problem with, rather than making that other people's problems. And also, to obviously physically going to people's house, anything like that, is just absurd. Like, I don't care like who it is necessarily. Like, even with Nova and Cyrax in them, and you guys know how I feel about them, I literally can't stand them as people. I think they're terrible. But I don't advocate for people, like going out and doing violence to them, like going to their house or anything like that. Like, I basically just say, hey, expose what you can, and then maybe compile whatever facts you can, and then let the police handle it. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever consequences they may deserve, let the legal system, kind of handle it, rather than us on that vigilante justice,
And now somebody's super glued. And when I mean super glue, I don't know what brand they use, but this thing is not coming off. A dildo to the front of one of my family members' cars. And I might as well just come out and say it. My father's car has a dildo.
And I'm going to say, this is the first part where I was kind of like, really? Like, that's what they used? Like, and you know what I mean? Like, I could see if maybe it had to do with like maybe like the allegations. As you guys know, Lemur has allegations where he basically, gave a like 18, 19-year-old girl or something like alcohol, and she alleges that he was touching her, that night while she was a blackout. But yeah, this is where I was kind of like, I mean, it just seems strange. It definitely could be true, but I was like, well, this is quite an interesting twist here. Like, out of all the things that somebody could have done, I guess that's the route they went
on it now. And it's hard to drive around with a car like that. And the car is rather expensive, right? When he drives around, when we drive around, hell, because he's driving me around places. Everybody knows that. So when he's driving me around now, people are just in my town are screaming, look, it's the deal.
They didn't take it off. Like, I mean, even if it is like hard to get it off, I'm pretty sure like couldn't like take a knife to it, take an object to it. I don't see any scenario where you wouldn't be able to get this thing off, and you just have to ride around town with it now. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like so many parts of this story are just kind of very strange. And, I really do feel bad for Lemur, because Lemur is, like I said, like, Lemur is one of those guys that I definitely like would like look up to, where I'd be like, man, he's got like tons of subscribers, like tons of views. Like, you guys know I don't be editing nothing. He got more editing, you know what I'm saying? So like, Lemur's like definitely somebody, I was like, so like to see like this stuff come out and everything, and everybody kind of turn on him, kind of like hurt. And for me, it was kind of too, it was like, dang, like, if you in this space, like, You know what I'm saying? Maybe you have to be careful because you never know, like any mistake that you make could really come back and fly back on you. But then I think to myself, and I think about the situation that Lemur has put himself in, and I'm like, I mean, there's no scenario where like me and probably a lot of other people would end up in that scenario, because if you're not doing those types of things, you really don't have anything to worry about. So it's like, I don't know. It's just, you know what I mean? Is it, like I said, it's just a tough one. It's an interesting one.
Dildo mobile. They even got a name for it and everything. And it's just sick.
It's like, how would you know the town has a name for this? Like, how would you know the town gossip about this? If you're in your car, you shouldn't even be able to hear what they're saying. Like what is it? Do they have a Facebook group where they're like, hey, you know, yeah, it's the dildo car. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know.
Lengths that people will go to, I guess, just make somebody out to seem something they're not. Because truly, we should all be coming together as one to stop the actual sick individuals, right? But here you guys sit and you waste your time.
I agree with them there.
On an innocent man's car. The fuck is wrong with you? I maintain my innocence.
And I mean, if this is true, it doesn't sound true. I can tell you that it doesn't sound true at all. But if it is true, like, yeah, that's screwed up. I think that should stop if he's having to deal with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely not going to be like, yo, guys, yeah, you should be out here doing that to Lemur. Like, that's sick. Like, you messed up for that, you know?
And I will maintain my innocence until the day that I die. But you have to live with the fact that you put a dildo on a man's car who's just trying to provide for his family. And now my father is kicking me out. Now my father is kicking me out. I believe so. You know what? I can't find a job. Why do you think I'm here? I can't do it. It's hard. People put posters up in my town. People put posters up in my town.
Y'all really think this is happening? People are really like, they hate Lemur that much that they're putting posters up in his town about him? Like, is it possible? Yes, but dang, like, I mean, if that's the case, you guys are some dedicated like fellows. Like, geez. Like, I'm like, dang, like, I could get if you hate Lemur and you just like watch the content or something like that. Or you watch like a Major Chilla or, you know, any of those guys, you know what I'm saying, that's been crushing them lately. But you know what I mean? Like, actually going out and doing that, like, that's a level of dedication. That's like, right, you like the lolcow at that point. And I'm not calling Lemur a lolcow. I'm just saying, you're like, if you doing something like that and you care that much, then like, you're kind of like a part of the problem. Let's keep it a stack.
Every time I go to a major business and ask for a job application, they think I'm some kind of molester or something. I can't apply for jobs, you know? And I come home today, all my stuff's in a bag. All my things are in a bag. My suitcase is packed. And I'm trying to talk to my dad, nothing. I get a message in the afternoon and it's an audio message. He couldn't even tell me face to face. Kicked me out the fucking house. And it's all your faults. Each and every one of you are to blame for this.
Well, Lemur, one thing I'm going to have to say is if you do some egregious actions that you have to apologize for, you can't necessarily blame the people for their reactions to it. You know what I mean? Like, I do think it's a really cutthroat like game that this community is in. Everything like that. But I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think really if you hadn't came out and really been like attacking people after, and you had said, hey guys, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was my girlfriend. Like, she used to drink. Like I was really wrong. Like, me being the older person, I should have known that it wasn't okay to give this underage person drinks. Like, that's my fault. I'll never make that mistake again. I see what's wrong with that. You know, everything like that. If you really had came with that type of energy, then I feel like people may have like gave you a second chance. Because, you know, I think he says maybe later there are those, you know, messages that he has like after where the girl was like, you know, trying to talk to him a little bit after or something like that. I believe. Don't quote me on that, guys. But you know what I mean? I honestly feel like if Lemur had you know, just kind of humbled himself a little more and showed more remorse, then I think that he really may have been able to salvage this. But I think by him coming out at his peers, there's stuff coming out about, you know, him saying all these disastrous things about his peers in the industry. That's why everybody's turning on you too, especially. I mean, you just have to realize that in this community, like you said, it should be a community where everybody is together and everybody's promoting each other and everything like that. I think Antimatter Morty, I think he's popped in and just said, like, you know, like, good job with the content, showed love, even though I use his content. I think Bloodspeth has too, and everything like that. Cassandra from the, Cyrax stuff has reached out too. But the thing is like, if we're all going to be like a big community and everything like that, then you realize to get good with the community, attacking everybody in it isn't going to help you. It's just going to make everybody turn against you. What you should have did was you should have apologized to your friends. You should have apologized to your peers. You should have apologized to your audience. And then some of the people just aren't going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Some of the people aren't. And you can't prevent that. But probably a lot of people would have. But when you doubled down, when he started coming out with videos, Chilla's alcoholic, or somebody said a slur. It's like that comes off to people like you didn't learn your lesson. It comes off to people like you're like, oh, what I did wasn't wrong. Actually, these guys are even worse than me. And when somebody says, hey, well, basically deflects and tries to put that on other people, then it ends up coming back on them. So I hope you get, Lemur, I'm not saying this to you like on some like hating type of stuff. Like, I'm saying this more on some just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just new to this space, and this is just kind of the angle that I'm seeing it as, if that makes sense. So if you want to come at me, if you want to hit on me, I know you was coming out all types of people, like you got that. I don't have no dirt, like, but I'm just letting you know, and I'm just letting the fans know too. You know what I mean?
Listen to this audio message. Can't believe he would kick his son out like this. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
And it's like, you're talking about your dad like that, even if he is making you mad. Like, the internet is forever. Like, why are you talking about your dad like that? But okay.
Listen, I can't take this much anymore.
Not to mention, he got the Mexican dad like AI image is crazy. Like, right? It's like, are you taking this serious or not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you want us to take this serious or not? Because I would never be in this situation, but if I were in this situation, I'd take this very serious. And the last thing I would be doing is using a AI image of a Mexican man with a Mexican flag back there. Like is Major Chilla even Mexican? Like, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. But let's hear it, guys, because this is ridiculous.
Man, this is too much for me to handle. Your little fucking YouTube dream or whatever the fuck you want it to be. Every single fucking day, there's some different kind of goddamn harassment or some.
And we all know this is just a really strange thing. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, this has got to be him, like, doing a voiceover or something like that. I was like, it just doesn't seem like something somebody would do. Like, it's just strange. You guys, I feel like you guys get what I'm saying. Like,
different kind of bullshit happening to my house from some random dude on the internet. People shitting in my lawn, people spray painting pictures of this like random fucking black guy on my goddamn door.
Wait, this can't be the image, right? Because I'm saying, if this is the image, it's like, there's no way this is his house, right? Like, y'all see how crusty this door frame and everything? Look at this. This looks like, y'all see this window? This window looks like something out of a horror movie. This can't be so then I'm like, bro, like, see, this is where, okay. Here's another thing, Lemur. Like, I feel like you could have really helped yourself if you had to show more evidence. You should have really addressed the comments that girl was really making. You know what I'm saying? And almost like came at her directly. Me, if some girl ever accused me of something like that, I'm going scorched earth on her. You want to know why I'm going scorched earth on her? Because I know I didn't do nothing wrong. I know I've never done anything wrong like that in my life. So if somebody has the audacity to come out and say those type of egregious things about me, I'm going to end them. Like, I'm going to, on content wise, I'm going to end them because I know that I haven't done anything wrong. So I'm going to fight it to the utmost. I'm not going to be soft with you. Like, I'm not going to do that, because why would I be soft to somebody who makes up lies about me? You know what I mean? And I'm definitely not throwing up AI images. If people are messing with my lawn and all that, taking poops on my lawn, I'm going to take the picture. I'm going to show the picture. I'm going to be like, look how disgusting these people are. This looks like an AI image. It's like about, hey. That makes me think about, hey, like Fat Albert. But like, this is Bill Cosby. Did Bill Cosby write the Fat Albert stuff or something, maybe? I don't know.
Or like, we have grown men throwing bricks through our window. Someone glued a dildo to the front of my car.
And like I said, if anybody is actually doing this and you guys are actually showing up to his house, that's ridiculous. Please stop. If you're doing stuff like that, you're just as bad as the person you're hating on. Like,
and now when I drive around, people look out and scream, "Look, here comes the dildo mobile!" What the fuck?
You know how unrealistic that sounds? That's what they scream. Like that's what they scream. Like, and how? Like I said, like, how would you know that? Is there like a Facebook channel of the town or something? And they're just like, "Hey guys, watch out for D guy, like D car guy." Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just seems so fake. But yeah.
I have a job to go to. I have to support this fucking family while you stay home fucking on YouTube all day, fucking talking about some fucking retards. What the fuck? You're out by Monday.
Like, does this even sound like, I don't know, but like, I don't know. What's his name? He's probably, you know what I'm saying? Lemur's got to be what, like 18 to like 26, 27 or something like that. Y'all know I'm unk status over here. You know what I'm saying? But Lemur's probably what, like 18 to, I would say like 26. Like, his dad would sound like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, assume your dad's got to be what, 45, 50 years old, something like that. Like, he sounds like this. I mean, I'm just saying most 50-year-olds don't sound like this, even when they're bad. But
on my fucking life, if you don't get your shit together or you don't get a job,
on my life, like, y'all know any 50-year-olds that use that type of terminology? I definitely don't, but hey.
You're fucking out.
So that's it, I guess. That was the last message I got. And now I got to think of the best park in Bakersfield to sleep in. Because honestly, I don't think I'm going to last out there.
Bro, get you a hotel room. See, I got the formula for you, boy. You said you about to be homeless. We don't know if that's true or not. Honestly, I don't think you are. But I'm not here to really judge you, man. I'm really not. Here's what you do, bro. Actually, I don't even know why I would help you. But you say you're staying in some park. Get you a hotel room. $160. You got the content. It makes money. Get the content. Set your shit up in a hotel. Make the content there. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You're going to have to drop hella because you done lost all your fans, so you better be dropping, boy. You better be dropping, my guy. I don't mean boy like in a disrespectful way. I don't really like when people call me boy either, so I don't mean it like that. And you guys know I don't edit, so I'm not gonna edit that out. I don't edit anything, but that's just me. But yeah, guys. I don't know, Lemur. There's definitely things you can do. I don't think the community wants you to make a comeback, but that doesn't mean that you can't make a comeback. I definitely don't also too want to soften a lot of the things that like that girl said. I wish we were able to get more of your side pertaining to that so we could really see the full scope. But you left us with no choice but to go with more of her word and everything like that because you did such a terrible job of defending yourself. You know what I mean? We can only go off of the facts that were presented, and you're presenting us with this. You're presenting us with this whatever message of your dad. You're coming at people for slurs that they made and rap music that they made years ago, and all of this is just like, man, you know. If you're trying to get back in the good graces of a community, you don't attack the people that the community loves. I mean, I don't know. You may have to read some, what would it be like? What is it? The Art of War or something like that. It'll probably teach you something like that. You know, if you're trying to take over a town or something and they have gods or deities that they really love and you're trying to influence them politically, maybe you don't want to be pooping on their gods because the people will instantly not like you. It's that same type of idea.
You don't know what they do to somebody like me. I mean, maybe some of you do understand what they do to somebody like me, but I don't want to go to sleep in the wrong encampment and end up waking up sore, if you know what I mean. Like, these are some ruthless individuals out here on these streets. And I don't want to get caught up in something that I don't know how to handle. But I'm going to be put in that situation because of people like you.
So you're going to be put in the situation where a homeless person is going to try to SA you now. He's like, he kind of guilt tripping everybody. Hey guys, like, see, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all better forgive me, or else like a homeless person is going to like, it's like, dude, like, I can't lie. I don't know what happens in these encampment, like, but I don't know. There's a lot of just random like people out there and everything like that. I'm pretty sure a lot of them probably be having a community where they're just, chilling. And also like you're a relatively large guy. Like, I'm pretty sure like you'd be like the last person somebody would choose as a target. I know that's crazy to say, but I'm just saying like a homeless person that's malnourished, like, probably isn't going to attack you as a target. I'm just saying it just probably wouldn't end well for the homeless person. But hey, that's just me. I digress.
They're watching right now. Now, if you want to help me out in any way, liking, commenting, subscribing, I'm going to be trying to make as much content as possible from this park, but who knows how much I can really get out. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to go live maybe, and we'll see how that goes.
And I can tell you this, like, Lemur, if all of these people have been telling you to get off the internet. They've been telling you to quit. If you just make your content and everything like that, and you're chilling and you don't really get into the drama of everything, you know what I mean? Then like, you know what I'm saying? Then like, I feel like you'll be okay. I think you're going to definitely have to spam that algorithm. You're going to have to cook up more videos and stuff than you're used to. You're going to have to get a little bit more creative because you've already lost so many fans, and a lot of those people aren't coming back, whether you like it or not. But, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, like, for instance, if he just locks in on his content, I won't make any more of it. Like, well, this is the first one I'm making, but I won't make any videos on Leaping Lemur or anything like that. I'm just making this because I've now started to get into this community. The community, by the way, you guys have made me feel very welcome. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. But, you guys are a part of this community. Obviously Lemur, Antimatter Morty, Major Chilla, you know what I'm saying? All of them, Bloodspeth, everything like that. So that's why I'm speaking on it, because it's like, bro, you dropped this video like 4 days ago. I watched it 4 days ago. I didn't speak on it until now. But I'm like, man, nobody's even like saying like, hey, dude, like giving you the real of like what this looks like from an outside standpoint. And it's just like, bro, like, you gotta realize you're digging a bigger hole for yourself. And like, for maybe these other guys are seeing it a little bit differently. They're bigger. Like I said, I look up to a lot of these guys. They're bigger, and so they really can put their foot in this. And you guys are all peers and stuff, and you've talked trash about them, so obviously they're gonna respond like that. But I'm a guy who's looked up to all of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a guy who just started making content a little over a month ago on here, like, for this topic, and you know what I mean? And everything like that. So like, I'm not trying to sit out here and be like, Lemur's content sucks. No, Lemur make better content than me. I get on here, I don't edit nothing. But what I'm saying is, as just somebody being, I feel like I'm maybe able to see it as a different perspective, being somebody who's coming up in this game rather than somebody like a lot of these other guys who are already in it. So that's kind of why eventually I was like, bro, I gotta weigh in,
But I don't want to like risk giving out my location or something stupid like that, right? So we'll just have to see what happens. Maybe if this video, gets enough likes, I will decide to go live from the park, and you guys can all watch and we can have fun, right? But it's basically all I have left at this point. My family doesn't want shit to do with me after everything with the whole...
Bro, that 3K you got saved up, bro. 150 for a hotel room, bro. Just get the hotel room, 150, and then you better drop a video every single day. Honestly, you need to drop 2. Maybe 3. Maybe 3. All you gotta do is make sure you get that 150, that 120 back. Really go as cheap as you can. You may be able to find some 85, 90. You know what I'm saying? You might have some, you know what I'm saying? You might have some Cyrexes outside your house, but hey, you get it how you get it. You put yourself in this position, you got to deal with it. And I am probably one of the only people who thinks you can get out of this. And you know, but the thing is too, is like, I don't know. I don't really care. Like, if you really did these things with this girl that you haven't defending yourself, like, man, I don't care. Really, in general, I don't care. I'm just coming at it from a different angle, you know?
Whole YouTube situation. I don't know. I don't know if I blame them. You guys can let me know in the comments. You guys will definitely let me know. But at this point, it's just, I don't know what to do. I really don't. And I don't want to end up like Tofiachu in some kind of shelter, you know, but is there really a choice at this point? I've been backed into this corner, you know?
I don't think we know, but guys, just let me know what you guys think about this. Like, this is just a very strange. As I've said, I'm new to this, and I've never seen like lolcow content creator turned lolcow, so I really don't know how to handle it. I'm really just gonna keep watching and just seeing what happens. You already know the major guys are going, like, get it, major, like Mayor Menace, but he's right here, and actually one of his videos talking about he's cooked. But you know what I'm saying, like, I'm gonna let the big players do what they do, and I'm gonna stay in my place, and just if anything interesting comes out with this, then I'll cover it. But like I said, if Lemur just stays in his lane, makes his lolcow content and everything like that, I'm not gonna be addressing this anymore. But I'll catch you guys on the next video. Y'all have an amazing day, and get you a 10-piece lemon pepper wing if you can.